Hi there, I wanted to talk about a BBC TV series called Boiling Point. This is a spin off from the very well received movie Boiling Point, starring Stephen Graham. It is currently available to watch the movie on iPlayer and the All 4 app, or whatever All 4 is called now, Channel 4 app. And the selling point of the initial movie was it followed an hour and a half in real time in a kitchen with little to no cuts away. So you had this intensity and this stressful environment. And it worked really well. It was a fantastic film, and the ending of which I won't spoil. But what I will say is that to enjoy this series and get some of the things they're talking about, it's best to have watched the film first. And considering it's only an hour and a half and it is available on iPlayer, where all of the episodes of the series are available, you might as well watch that first. Now, about this series, follows the team, or most of the team, after the events of the film. The former sous chef has set up her own restaurant, and she is using a lot of the team members to staff it. They try and mix the intense kitchen action and lack of cutaways with action away from the restaurant as well. But the main problem with this series, and it is a good series, I will say that before anything else, don't think this is me trying to sugar a pill or anything. I mean, it is a good series. It's 4 episodes long. Each episode's about an hour long. Totally worth watching. Go watch it. Very good actors as well. Everyone does their bit perfectly well, but it does have a weakness, and that weakness is that as soon as you get away from the kitchen action and that intensity of that lack of cuts and that lack of edits, it immediately downgrades it slightly. People argue, no, they're great action, but it just suddenly becomes a standard BBC drama for the most part, with very good, peaks in it. But as soon as you go away from that action, you enter into the world of BBC drama. And that's not to say it's bad, it's just to say it does not continue the same level that the film had. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to give you backstory to people, but the point is you got loads of backstory from the film without the need to go off to other places. You could follow people outside and that, but you didn't need to have people in their flats, you didn't need to have people on nights out, you didn't need to have any of these other bits. And I think that takes something away from it. Also, the other problem they run into is that people at work can just have problems at work, right? We've all worked in environments where people are stressed and, everyone's different. People are a bit strange. People got their own things going on. But in this kitchen now, because they're trying to extend it into these 4 episodes and likely more, everyone in this bloody kitchen seems to have a social disorder, let's say, or what is meant to be perceived as social disorder. I don't want someone saying, oh, you don't know what this is and that is. Everyone has their struggles. I know everyone has problems, don't get me wrong, but the fact that every fucking staff member in this kitchen has got like a severe problem. You got a sex pest as a sous chef. You got one guy who's cutting himself and trying to commit suicide in the toilets. You've got all manner. Well, I won't go into it because it's just open up. But you'll watch it, you'll see what I mean. And I think that takes a little bit away from it. If you just have people who are having bad days, and you can have a couple of people with problems sprinkled in, that's fine. That's real life. But everyone's got a bloody problem, even the waiting staff. And you think, all right, come on, lay it on a bit thick now. And that takes you out of it slightly. In the final episode, there's something with one of the serving staff who I thought, oh, here we go. Is she going to be bulimic now or have a problem like that? And to be fair to them, they didn't. They kind of hit you from left field with a problem that I know a lot of people do have and isn't talked about much on the telly. And I thought, fair enough. That's a good swerve. It's a good different problem to discuss. And I was quite pleased that they didn't go down the normal route of just an eating disorder or something for this poor girl. And she acts it really well as well. But like I say, I think just that, removing them from that environment, I think they could have tackled that problem in her workplace and it would have had just as much impact, just as valid, and they should have just kept it all at the restaurant rather than trying to expand it out. And they do keep trying to shoehorn Stephen Graham into it, because I know he's the star from the previous film. I know something happens at the end of the film, but he should just turn up at the restaurant and they can fill in the gaps through chat and conversations and let you know what's going on that way, rather than us having to keep cutting away to him as if we've got to now suddenly have some resolution to his story. That we can't work out for ourselves because we're all dumb. It just feels a bit like that. But very well done. excellently acted. Just suffers from those weaknesses, and totally worth watching. Watch the film, then watch the 4 episodes you've got here, and I hope it gets another series. I'd like to watch it. But what did you think about it? Did you have the same issues I had with it? Be nice to know. Give us a thumbs up if this video helped you out at all, and thanks for watching.